Good day to all of you. I am Associate Professor Dr. Julia Lee from University Malaysia Sarawak. I'll be presenting on diversity in higher education, specifically understanding university diversity, part 2. In the first part of this video series, I had mentioned that we have to make choices regarding diversity as university lecturers. We can choose to see student variation and diversity as a problem or an obstacle between us and our teaching. And we can choose to celebrate diversity and enrich the content and method that we use. As university lecturers, we need to know more about responsive, inclusive pedagogy because we are teaching in a very diverse environment, which requires us to implement a pedagogy that will address the dynamics of diversity in the teaching learning process. So in this image, you can see right in the center between us and the student, the teaching method and the course content is responsive, inclusive pedagogy. What is responsive, inclusive pedagogy? It refers to respect. We need to respect all individuals in our course. We need to embrace cultural differences. We need to practice a welcoming environment. We need to support all learners. We need to realize that all can learn from each other, including the university lecturers, like you, like me, from our own students. You can see a link at the bottom of this PowerPoint slide. There is a very good website on inclusive pedagogy framework, which you can read for further information about how you can implement responsive, inclusive pedagogy. The first step in this process of unpacking what inclusive pedagogy, responsive, inclusive pedagogy is to know who our students are. Learner diversity refers to race, ethnicity, culture, gender, linguistic background, socioeconomic status, family life, religion, interests, the physical aspects, emotional challenges, skills and abilities, motivation, and life experiences. Our life experiences and our students' life experiences are definitely different. So this how diverse our students are from us and the peers are from each other. According to Payne, there are 4 layers of differences. Individual differences comprising dispositions, interests, sex, age, categorical difference, gender, which is a social classification, social class, race, contextual differences, the relational difference. What does it mean to be a man or a woman? Difference is created, maintained, and changed due to the social context. And there's also pedagogical difference. Do we see ourselves as pure givers of knowledge? Are our students just receivers of knowledge? So how we think about this has pedagogical implications on how we address the teaching learning process. Another important aspect about diverse learners is the generation gap. We will encounter as university lecturers a different generation, and in particular, some generations are very different from us, like Generation Z. They were born after 1995. They are digital natives, perhaps unlike us, and they're very native in the use of technology. They have access to abundant information. They have a lot of screen time, and too much screen time may actually affect their social skills, and they're more inclined to build their personal brand using social media. Another aspect in addressing learner diversity and understanding diversity on campus is to actually understand this theory called multiple intelligences. And this very important question that you can see here is, how are you smart? Usually, I'll try to get my students to do this particular assessment. It can be any assessment on multiple intelligence that you can find online. You can do it yourself first to understand your own multiple intelligences, and then you get your students to do it so that you can understand how different we are from our students. Multiple intelligence is a theory from Howard Gardner. So according to Howard Gardner, he says that intelligence has various aspects such as linguistics, musical, logical, mathematical, spatial, bodily, kinesthetic, intrapersonal, interpersonal, naturalist, and existential. This particular diagram here, I think, is very useful for us to understand for those who have not been exposed to multiple intelligence theory, that these diagrams actually are self-explanatory. People smart, nature smart, music smart, logic smart, self smart, people who know themselves very well, word smart, which refers to linguistics intelligence, body smart, bodily kinesthetic intelligence, and picture smart, visual spatial intelligence. After we understand our own multiple intelligence, we need to get our students to also understand themselves. And that is the best way for them to move forward in their learning process. What kind of smart does your student possess is an important question. In order for us to embrace the culturally inclusive, responsive pedagogy. My parting words are: be responsive, be inclusive, embrace diversity, embrace differences, and empathize. To be all this, we need to think and reflect what diversity means, what differences means. What does it mean to empathize? What does it mean to respond? What does it mean when we become inclusive lecturers or university educators? The change begins with me, begins with you, begins with us. Thank you.